So the number one question I get asked almost every single day on my YouTube channel or on emails is you guys asking me what shipping company should I use, what freight forwarder should I use, what do these shipping terms mean, do I do sea shipping or air shipping? And I understand it can be very confusing, but today I'm finally clearing the water with all this, and I am going to be sharing with you guys the shipping connection, the shipping company that I use personally for all of my shipments. And this is going to save you guys a lot of time and a lot of money, especially because I convinced the CEO of this company to give all of my YouTube viewers a discount on all the services that they offer, which is huge because shipping costs can be very expensive along with some other good services that they have, and this will save you a lot of money. So now let's go ahead and go on to their website. I'm going to show you guys all the services that they offer and how to submit a request for any of the services, and also how to get your discount if you guys are watching this video. Okay, so here we are on the website, and it is going to be B2CSourcing.com. I will also have the link down below in the description. Under tools I use, it will say B2CSourcing.com. And this company you're mainly going to be using for your freight forwarding or shipping, and also they offer some other services like I talked about earlier. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to be going on to the services tab, and we're going to be going over all the different services that they offer, whether I recommend them or not, and how they work. So now we're going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to take you through all the different things that they offer. So if you scroll down just a little bit, you can see the service list right here, and now we're going to go through all the different things that they offer. Okay, before we get on to all these different services, I wanted to give you guys the discount code now. That way you can write it down or you don't forget it. So remember, the discount code is going to be RT. That's it, just RT, and that is my initials, Riley Turner, RT. So that is what you're going to type in. It's going to say reference code. You're going to type in RT, and you're going to get that discount. And I'll also show you at the end of the video something else you can do to make sure you get that discount. Also, before we continue with this, if you guys want to get into my private mentorship and course, then the first link down below in the description will take you to my website, and you guys can check it out. That way I can guide you through the entire Amazon selling process from start to finish. And you guys also get access to me as your own personal coach and mentor, and I will help you find your very first product. And you also get the even bigger discount for B2C sourcing, shipping, and everything else. So if you guys want to save more money and you guys want to do everything correctly the first time around, then go down below, and it will be the first link down in the description for you guys. Now let's get back to the video. So the first one is going to be product sourcing, and this is going to be something that I recommend if you have a high budget, but if you have a low budget, then I would not recommend it. So for product sourcing, basically, let's say you have a product idea in your mind, and let's say we want to sell iPhone cases. We want to sell red iPhone cases with a special battery case that charges your phone for you, and it's the battery in the case, and it has to have a battery life of 200 extra %. So you have very specific requirements. Now, what are we going to do to find this? Normally, we would go on Alibaba and try to find it ourselves, but that can be pretty difficult sometimes, especially if you want to customize it or make it any different or differentiate your product from the competition. So what we can do is we can hire B2C Sourcing to go out and look for this certain product for us, whether it's a certain color, a certain design, or you want something special about it. They will go look for it for you because they are located in China, and they are in the loop of manufacturers. They go to all the different shows in China, and they also have a million different ways of sourcing products through different websites or connections that they have. Also, here's a fun fact that a lot of sellers do not know. So basically, when you're on Alibaba, you are only seeing about 40 to 60% of the actual available options out there. So once again, let's say we are looking for red iPhone cases. When we go on Alibaba and we search for a red iPhone case, that is only 40 to 60% of the different red iPhone cases out there. A lot of other options aren't on Alibaba, and you can only find these if you know the other websites or if you have special connections in China like B2C Sourcing does. That is why it can be advantageous, because B2C Sourcing can find options that you would have never had access to. So that is product sourcing. Now the next one is going to be a supplier audit. This one I really recommend you guys, especially if you have a high budget. This is basically going to be them doing a background check on the supplier that you want to use. So you can go, hey, B2C Sourcing, can you please check my manufacturer to make sure that they are safe? They will check the record of that manufacturer. They will make sure there's no open cases against them or bad claims against them. They will check the location. They will check how many years of business they've been in. They will check to make sure that everything looks good and clean with a good background check. This can save you a lot of money in the long run, because if you do go with a bad supplier, things can get pretty ugly ugly pretty fast. So once again, highly recommend supplier audit. Now the next one is going to be samples forwarding. This basically is if you want B2C sourcing to get samples from your manufacturer and send them to you, and they can usually do this for cheaper than your manufacturer. So that is good if you want 1 to 10 samples. They will usually ship it to you for cheaper than the manufacturer. The manufacturer will usually charge anywhere between $25 to $100 per unit, only one product to get to you if it is a sample, because shipping costs are very high since they are so far away. Shipping one product is going to be very expensive, and that is why you can pay B2C sourcing to do it for probably cheaper than your manufacturer. This is something that I don't recommend too much, but if you have a high budget, then I would recommend it. Now the next one is one that I recommend highly, and that is going to be samples evaluation. This is going to be much easier, much faster, much cheaper. Basically, what's going to happen is B2C Sourcing is going to get your sample from your supplier, and they are going to do a live video chat with you one-on-one and show you the sample. You guys can go over it. You can ask them any questions that you have. You can tell them to try to break it, to drop it, to ask if it's flimsy. You can ask what kind of material it's made of, what color it looks like. You can have them send you pictures, whatever you want. Read the directions. They will go over everything for you. That way you don't actually have to send it to your house and wait forever for it to show up through the shipping because it's so far away in China. So this one's a lot faster, cheaper, and easier. And this one I highly recommend with a high or low budget. The next one's going to be pre-shipment inspection. This is one that I highly recommend. This means B2C Sourcing is going to send out some of their inspectors to your supplier's location, and they're going to look over all your products before they are shipped to Amazon. So once again, if we go to our example of iPhone cases, let's say I bought 500 red iPhone cases, and I need to make sure that these iPhone cases are not broken, malfunctioning, or have some sort of manufacturer issue with the product. Because if I do send it out like that and one of my customers buys it, then they're going to leave a bad review and they're going to send it back to Amazon. That's going to lower my seller rank. I could lose my bestseller badge. I can lose a bunch of different things like that, and that is not good. So with the pre-shipment inspection, you're going to have B2C Sourcing's inspectors go to your supplier, check through your products, make sure that none of them are broken or malfunctioning, and then make sure that also the labeling is okay, the packaging looks good, and make sure that everything is up to Amazon standards when it comes to shipping, which is very valuable because that saves you a lot of headaches and gets rid of a lot of nightmare situations that you could have had. So once again, highly recommend low or high budget to get a pre-shipment inspection. The next one is going to be FBA prep. This one's only for if your supplier or manufacturer is charging you way too much money to label your products. I would say if it's over 10 cents a unit, then I would have B2C Sourcing do it for cheaper. So usually they can do it for free, or they'll do it for 10 or less cents per unit to label your products. If they do it for more than that, then have B2C Sourcing do it for you. The next one is going to be the most important one, the one I'm making this video mainly for, and that is going to be freight forwarding. This is going to be the main one that's going to save you the most money and make your life the easiest for sure, because shipping is the most complicated. Now for freight forwarding, you guys are probably asking, should you go for sea shipping or air shipping? And basically I recommend if you're on a high budget, then I would go with air shipping. If you're on a low budget, then go for sea shipping. Sea shipping is going to be slower, but also cheaper. And air shipping is going to be more expensive, but faster. So you guys can decide for yourself if you want to wait and save money, or if you want it quicker and you want to spend more money. So that is going to be freight forwarding. And after I'm done going over all these, I'm going to show you guys how to submit a request and actually move forward with the process. That way you can get your product shipped fast and easy. So for freight forwarding, the reason I love them so much is because they are going to handle everything from start to finish. You literally don't have to worry about anything. They're going to handle all the paperwork. They're going to get it through customs and border protection. They're going to get it through the broker. They're going to pay the duties and fees and everything else on the actual shipment and make sure that everything is done correctly, which is so valuable and can save you so much time. So you would not have to worry about a thing. They're actually going to go to your manufacturer, pick up your shipment, send it across the ocean, and they're going to send it to the Amazon warehouse location. Everything done for you, and this is very complicated. If you try to do it yourself, you're probably going to have a few bad things happen. So that is why I mainly recommend this company for your freight forwarding, and it is going to save you a lot, and you will thank me later, trust me. Now the last one is going to be product photography. I highly recommend this one on a high or low budget, because remember, you do need high quality pictures, and you definitely want to have these done correctly because it's going to help your listing sell more. So they're going to do your product photography for you. It's pretty self-explanatory, and for the price, you really can't beat it. So that's also something I would recommend to all of you. Okay, so now let's go, and I'm going to show you guys how to submit a request for any any one of these things, and I'm going to show you guys what the discount code is, and then that way you get the discount for being one of my subscribers. Okay, so let's say you want to go with shipping, or you want to get a pre-shipment inspection, or whatever you are planning on doing. The first thing you want to do is go to submit a request up here at the top of the website. Click on it, and then it will take you to the page where we can fill out all of our information. So the most important part is choosing what service you're interested in. So right here, you're going to go down here and click on the actual thing that you're interested in. If you want everything done from start to finish like me and you have a higher budget, then you can click all of them. That way they can do everything for you from start to finish, makes your life a lot easier. The next thing you're going to want to type in is going to be your full name, then your email, and then the reference code, which is very important. This is for the discount code, and you're going to type in 2 letters, RT, and that is going to be my initials, once again, Riley Turner, so RT. Also, if you guys are doing, let's say, your freight forwarding and you want to put a message down here, you can give more detail about your shipment, or if you have any questions, you can also put your questions there. I also recommend that every time you submit a request, I would mention that you are one of Riley Turner's YouTube subscribers. That way you definitely don't miss out on the discount code. Now, once they send you an email back and request more information about your shipment, I'm going to show you exactly what the questions are going to look like. That way you guys know what to respond with. So it says, please confirm that this is not a patented or trademark product and you have the authority to sell in your market. The shipping carrier will reject the goods if they find a conflict or patent/trademark. So that just means check for patents, check for trademarks before you try to sell a product, because then you will get in trouble if you didn't. And that is pretty self-explanatory. The answer would be yes for that, obviously, if you did your research. The next one is going to be description of goods, which is pretty simple. Just put what you're selling. The next one is please attach photos of the product. That is pretty simple as well. You can usually get them from your manufacturer or supplier's website, or on Alibaba, you can get it from their supplier's listing, and just send them a couple of product pictures of the product that you want to sell. The next one is going to be please provide HS codes so we can help to estimate any duty on the product. So this is something that you can ask your supplier for. If they don't have it, then just put you don't have it, and it's not a big deal. It's just to estimate how much duty fees that you will be paying, but it's not a big deal. The next one is going to be departure address. This is going to be your supplier's address, because this is where they have to pick up the shipment from. Then delivery address. This is going to be the Amazon warehouse location. If you guys don't have that location yet, then you can just put your address if you live in the country that you're selling in. So if you're selling in the United States and you live in the United States, you could just put your home address here, or any random address just for the quote. And then later on, when you get the real Amazon address, you can change it and let them know that that is the real address that you want to ship to. So this is, once again, just for a quote. The next one is going to be Incoterms with supplier, and those are going to be the different terms like EXW, DDP, FOB, all those things. I'm sure you're pretty confused about that. I will leave a card up top to a video where I explain all those terms, but really you don't need to watch that video, because I can tell you if you're going to use B2C sourcing for your shipping, then you are going to use EXW. So make sure you put EXW as your Incoterms with your supplier. Make sure you also tell the supplier that you are using EXW. And EXW is basically telling your supplier to just give you the price to manufacture or create your product with zero shipping cost, because we don't want our supplier to ship the products because they're going to charge way too much money. So we want to do EXW so they don't charge us for any shipping, and B2C will do the shipping for us, and then we can pay B2C sourcing separately. The next one is going to be preferred transit type. That is going to be sea or air shipping, depending on what you want, like I explained earlier. The estimated dimensions of each carton. Those are going to be the big boxes with all of your product inside. You're going to estimate or get these dimensions from your supplier and put it right here. Also, same with the estimated weight. You can put that, make sure it's in kg. Estimated total cartons. Those are the big boxes with all of your products in it. So the maximum you can have is 150 products in each carton. So if you have 300 products, then you would have 2 cartons. If you have 450 products, you would have 3 cartons. So make sure you just put how many cartons you have there, and make sure you don't have any more than 150 per carton. And once again, if you get a pre-shipment inspection, that is something B2C sourcing will check for you to make sure your supplier didn't mess that up. You're going to do the estimated total weight, and that is going to be for all the cartons combined. You're going to do the estimated cubic meters, CBM. You can get that from your supplier as well. Your shipment value, so that's going to be how much you paid for the shipment from your supplier. and then the expected ready to ship date. And you can get that from your supplier as well. Just ask them, hey, when is the manufacturing going to be done and when is it ready to ship? And they will give you that information. That is all the information you need. So that is how easy it is. All you have to do is submit the request. You're going to get an email back from them looking like this right here. You're going to respond to all these questions and send it back, and then you are looking good and you are on your way to shipping your product to Amazon and making some money. Also, if you guys wanted to get into my private course and get an even bigger discount on your shipping for B2C sourcing, and you guys also get to access me if you get into the course and mentorship, and I will be your private coach and mentor through the entire process from start to finish, guiding you through everything and even helping you find your very first product. And that link is going to be the very first link down below in the description once again. Also, you guys can email me here before you get into the course if you have any questions. So that is going to be it. Make sure you guys go down below, hit the like button if you learned anything new. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Last but not least, go down below, leave me a comment, let me know if you subscribed. Also, let me know if you have any questions, and I respond to every single comment. That is going to be it, guys. I will catch you in the next video, or I will catch you if you guys email me right here, or I will catch you if you get into the course and mentorship, and then we will start working together. That's it. I will catch you in the next video. See you later.